So being a YouTuber, a creator, is an awesome experience. It's a great journey. But what would you think the worst thing about being a YouTuber in Australia would be? Well, for me personally, that is waiting for pre-order products, watching all the other YouTubers review them, have a lot of fun with them, and you're just sitting back waiting for your product to arrive. But I can tell you right now, guys, when they actually turn up, you're never, ever disappointed. Hey, what's going on, guys? So yes, that's right. As you can see, I have finally received the Arrma Fury that I pre-ordered maybe 2 months ago. It has been a bit of an anxious wait, but I am very excited that it's here. But before we get into it, guys, I do want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's contributed to my channel getting to 5,000 subscribers. I never really expected to hit even close to 5,000 subscribers, so I really appreciate all the support, all the help. I am having a little bit of financial issues at the moment, but I'll definitely do my best to continue on making content, bringing new products onto the channel. So yeah, guys, again, I really appreciate all the support. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, and guys, just one more thing. I want to apologize for the light just behind the camera. One of the lights decided to pop and I had no choice but to put that orangey colored globe in there. So hopefully it doesn't affect the footage too much, but I will get that swapped very soon. But now, guys, we really got to take a look at this car. I've been waiting anxiously for quite a while and I'm very keen, so let's get into it. All right, so first off, apologies again for that light. I'll get that fixed as soon as possible. These Arrma boxes have got quite a lot of information on them, which is excellent, but I'm sure a lot of you have seen reviews on this car and the other Arrma 3S vehicles. So I'll just go over some of the main specs. As you can see, it does come in 3 different color schemes. So I've got the green one there, and we've got the blue and red up the top, and then we've got the purple and pink down the bottom. Now it does come with the Spectrum SLT2 2.4 gigahertz transmitter, and that is with DSC now, so that is like a gyro system. We have the Spectrum S681 Metal Gear waterproof digital servo. Now this, I believe, has been slightly controversial. They do use a 2-in-1 board now, not a independent receiver and speed control. The Spectrum SLT 45 amp 2-in-1 waterproof ESC and receiver combo, 2 and 3S with the gyro. As long as it's precise, good proportion, I don't think I'll mind using it. And then we've also got the Spectrum 4000 kV brushless motor, and they have also integrated a 40mm cooling fan on top of the motor there, which is very cool. They also have this hidden body retention system, hidden body clips underneath the shell. I'm very keen to take a look at that. Less body clips is always better. And over this side, we can see a lot of the features that we will see when we get the car out of the box, so I won't go over too much of that right now. We'll just get the box open and take a proper look at this awesome looking short course truck. Alright, as with most Arrma cars, you get the little information card here. It's just some basic information and the scan code so you can go and watch all the Arrma videos on this particular car. Again, we have the little Spectrum SLT2 transmitter, but now as you can see, we've got the little orange on and off switch, which I believe is how you access the DSC, the Dynamic Stability Control. And just like the previous version, that requires 4 AA's. Arrma does include the 4 AA's needed for the controller, but one thing I've never seen in any of my Arrma cars are these tools here. People that are just getting into it may not have all the tools needed, so it's really good to see that they've included some good quality tools, as well as one of the Arrma designed wheel wrench tools, a bunch of spring stiffeners there, which is good to see. I really love these little cards that Arrma include with all their cars now. You've got a couple of scan codes on the back, just something extra with the car that I guess people can collect. And as always, we do get the 2 little manuals, the starter guide and the technical pack. This little tech page here gives you a full blown up diagram. It also shows you how to use this particular tool and a little bit of information there on the spur gear, pinion gear, I think meshing and stuff as well. So a lot of information there. Alright, so as always, I will start off by mentioning the style, the color and everything. It looks excellent, guys. I'm really glad that Arrma went with a solid color on the majority of the car. I did mention in my last Kagama 4 video that I wasn't too keen on the whole fade in, fade out design on RC cars now because there's just so many. But because it's only the middle and top of the car, not the whole side of the car, it does look really good. Obviously, you can see a little bit of inspiration from other short course trucks, but in general, it looks very different to most other short course trucks that I've seen personally. I definitely give it extra credit for that nice aggressive style. All right, so we've got some really nice black rims on there and the tires are super soft, almost as soft as some rock crawler wheels, but there's plenty of foam in there, so they should be perfect for this car. You can just see the little lip here of the front bumper, so we'll take a better look at that when we get the shell off. Really solid, but at the same time flexible rear bumper, which is excellent. And a very cool little wheelie bar mounted directly to that rear bumper skid plate there. Now these little plastic parts here on the shell, as well as the center part here and the little fire extinguishers, are actually the mounting positions for the clipless system, or the hidden clip system, which you can kind of see underneath here, and one at the back there. We've got the skid plate and front bumper. We do have very chunky swing arms. Same thing on the back, very chunky, very solid swing arms, and they actually look very similar to the Typhon 3S swing arms. Nice rear skid plate there as well, which actually ties into the bumper bar and the wheelie bar. Massive Nerf bars on the side of the chassis there to stop the body from getting pushed too far in. And it'd be pretty hard to miss the quick release LiPo door here. So we've got a tab on each side of the chassis. You just push them in and the door should pop open like so. There is a lot of space in there. We can fit some huge LiPos in there. The only issue, it does actually sit on this little door. So as soon as you start doing jumps and stuff, the battery weight is landing on this door. And yeah, it's very possible that these latches could just pop out. I'm kind of surprised Arrma didn't put a Velcro strap inside the battery bay to hold it in place. We've got the IC5 connector there as well. So I believe you just lift that or pull that. It is a little bit difficult to get to the rear one with big hands, but there we go. All right, so there is the big thick plastic body post modules that mount directly to the body there, and the one on the rear. And now we get a good look at the hidden clip system, front and back. The way the body posts have been designed, they don't have holes in them. They've actually got little slits cut out of them. So once the body posts are in position, you would push that in. And as you can see, the little pieces of wire inside the holes are now moved into position to hold those little slots on the body post. Exactly the same on the front. All right, now to the main chassis, and I can tell you right now, it all looks very strong. We have a super chunky front bumper support or mount, which I think will last forever. It looks very strong. Same thing with the shock tower there. It is very chunky. It also has honeycomb molding inside the shock tower, which will make it even stronger. The shocks look very similar to the original granite shocks, except the caps are black, whereas the original ones had red caps. Very nice dampened shocks though, as you can see. Very similar front steering knuckles and C-hubs to a lot of other RC cars on the market. Again, they are quite chunky, so they should last a long time. 14mm wheel hexes, and we've got some super strong rear hubs on there that look similar to what come on some of their other 3S vehicles. Just behind the front shock tower there, we can see the servo. And that goes to almost like a go-kart style steering rack. And then you've obviously got the steering tie bars there, which are non-adjustable, but as I've said in many of my other videos, as long as the car's geometry is okay, the solid tie bars are not a problem. Same thing on the rear, we've got non-adjustable tie bars, but they're super chunky, so they should last forever. We have their composite telescopic style drive shafts, which are very similar to a lot of their other four-wheel drive and two-wheel drive cars now. Rear body post support or shock tower there. And I know you're gonna get sick of me saying it, but again guys, super chunky, very strong. Same shocks on the rear there. And then obviously on top here, we have the 2 to 3S 45 amp 2-in-1 speed control and receiver combo. Little on and off buttons attached to a little module that is also holding the servo wire. Integrated 40mm cooling fan for the motor. And we can just see the back plate and wires of the motor there. Again, it is 4000 kV. And we can also see the gearbox cover there. I'm not making any changes for the first video. This is going to be a stock standard run. All right, so just quickly, this DSC, the Dynamic Stability Control, is very easy to work out, very easy to change. Now my car is turned off, but I'm just going to show you how to cycle through the modes. You hold full right and you push the button on the back. It was 2 beeps, that was low setting for the DSC. Mode 3, so that's medium. Mode 4, so that is high. And then 1 beep is off. It's very easy to change on the go, so we can test all 4 modes when we get outside. So I think I went over most of it, but like I said, it has been around for a while now, so hopefully there is other videos out there that you can refer to if I did miss anything, or just let me know in the comments and I can get back to you as soon as possible. So let's get a battery charged, take this out, do a bit of a speed run, do a bit of a bash test, but mainly have a lot of fun because I think this is going to be an awesome car. Let's do it, guys. Right guys, so it's a little bit windy out here, I apologise for that, but it looks like I don't have a 2S that's going to fit in this car. All of them are very small and I don't really feel like doubling and tripling up on 2S just to do a 2S speed run. But normally when you go from 2 to 3S with these 1/10 cars, you get around about 20 to 25 kilometers gain, kilometers an hour that is. So whatever I get on 3S, I guess you just, you know, decrease it by 20, 25 kilometers an hour, and that's pretty much what it would be getting on 2S anyway. So yeah, I'll get it all switched on. Got the GPS in the car. Yep, all synced in. So we'll see what it can do on a stock system on a 3S battery. Alright, might have to turn the dual rates down for the speed run because it is very touchy. And again guys, apologies for the wind. Alright, here we go. First run with no stability control. Whoa! That was a lucky one. I think it needs stability control. Alright, good time to test out the stability, I guess. Alright, so full lock right and click the button once. Alright, that should give us a little bit of stability management, stability control. Yeah, a little bit of gyro there. Alright, so we'll try this again. Alright, no cars, here we go. Oh! Oh! Well, there's our first scratches. Yeah, the wind is coming towards us right now, so I kind of expected that to happen, guys. It's definitely no on-road car though, that's for sure. We may as well try one more time, I guess. Going with the wind this time. Alright guys, so I tried a few more times to get up to full throttle, but I just could not do it. The tyres will not allow it. So the top speed I got was 65 kilometers an hour. Alright guys, so we can't stop there. We have to get faster than 65 kilometers an hour. All I've done is swapped over the 14mm wheel hexes with some 17mm wheel hexes and installed some Louise GT Tarmac wheels on the rear there. Still running the stock wheels on the front. But I did use a couple of zip ties to kind of act like droop screws. And I've got the gyro set to high, so we'll see if we can get faster than 65 kilometers an hour. Right, did we get closer to that 80 kilometers an hour? 76 kilometers an hour. The Louise wheels are obviously on-road wheels. They don't balloon much at all. So with the stock wheels, we probably would be getting 80 kilometers an hour. '77. I know people have made speedrun cars out of rear-wheel drive short course trucks, but that's not what I'm after. We'll just have a bash around with it, see how it goes off-road. Nice. Whoa, plenty of power in that 45 amp 2-in-1 board. Oh, that's nice.
Tempers rising high and chaos in the untamed mind. Raging storms that never sleep. Darkness when the shadows.
So yeah guys, the little 45 amp 2-in-1 board has no glitches or delays or anything. I think it's going to be fine.
Yeah, oh, a lot less understeer than your typical rear-wheel drive car. Bit of parachuting there. All right, go this way. It's exceptionally surprisingly capable around this track though. That's awesome. Alright guys, so I am absolutely loving the Fury so far, but I don't think I should be on-road speed testing my off-road cars. As you can see, I did put a little hole in the shell right there, but I don't really mind. That was going to happen eventually anyway. But it would have been nice to see Arrma put some roof skids on the roof here. It is a lightweight car and the front does like to lift a lot. So yeah, some roof skids would have been nice. But no, I can't really hear or see any issues so far other than the shocks. I think I personally need some thicker oil in there, both front and rear, because the oil seems very thin. So what I'm going to do is get that swapped out and then probably take this to somewhere a little bit more open, see what I can really do. Depending on where I go, I might be doing some jumps, so I might even try and adapt a little Velcro strap to the inside of the battery bay as well. Alright guys, so I have no idea where we are at the moment. I just found this random paddock. I can see a few little jumps here and there, but yeah, we'll just see how the Fury goes. I did get some 70 weight oil in the front shocks and I put 80 weight in the rear, so that should be a little bit better for me, the way I like my car set up. Feels much more stable now. Nice. Watch out for those big logs. Yeah, it's a very, very stable, very controllable rear-wheel drive car. Awesome. Oh, bit of wind there.
was waiting for that.
Alright guys, so we're back home now, and I can definitely say this is one of the most stable, most controllable, and possibly one of the strongest rear-wheel drive cars that I've ever tested. Again, 77 kilometers an hour with the Louise GT Tarmac wheels on the rear. They are slightly smaller than the stock wheels, so if you run the stock wheels and manage to get full throttle, you will definitely be hitting that 80 plus kilometers an hour that they claim on the box, which is awesome. In this configuration, off-road, it doesn't seem to have any issues. Obviously, I did swap out the oil. That's just personal preference. I'm sure a lot of people will love this car stock standard without having to change anything. I have said in many of my videos, I do like rather stiff shocks. Actually, one thing I didn't mention yet is the body posts. They're good, but they do get a little bit stuck when the car gets very dusty. So it is a little bit hard to pull off the car at times. Yeah, it's just from the dust getting in these holes and making it a little bit hard for the body posts to come out. But other than that, I can't really pinpoint any other issues. The 2-in-1 board is excellent, works fantastic. The motor didn't seem to heat up too much on 3S, which is good. The servo is more than strong enough and definitely fast enough for the 2-wheel drive cars. But no guys, I think it's an awesome car. I'm pretty sure anyone that gets one of these is going to absolutely love it. I can definitely see this becoming one of my favorite rear-wheel drive cars. I don't really have that many short course trucks, so this may very well become one of my favorite short course trucks as well. So it's an absolute beast, stock standard, so I think I might leave it as it is for a while, have a bit of fun with it, and then maybe later on we can do some upgrades. And again guys, a massive thank you for all the support, growing the channel to 5,000 subscribers. Can't wait to see it grow even more. Alrighty guys, cheers, catch you in the next video, and as always, stay safe.
The endless light, fighting fire with fire, earthquakes underground. Feel the clap of thunder, fury's gonna take you down.